New York Jets top 10 linebackers. This one was kind of tough. There was no obvious number one. I left C.J. Mosley off. Although he played at a high level, there were too many guys that played 10 years for the Jets, won Super Bowls. I couldn't put Mosley ahead of those guys, so I got Mosley off the list. Number 10, we got Calvin Pace. I'm glad I included Calvin Pace. I think he's forgotten. He was solid as hell. Look here. Look at these sack numbers. He was a core piece of that Rex Ryan defense, so I got him over C.J. Mosley at 10. All right, number 9. I got Ralph Baker. This guy played a decade for the Jets. Key piece of that Super Bowl III defense. He was a coverage specialist. And this is in an era where linebackers really weren't asked to cover. He's got 19 career picks. His peak year was the year they won the Super Bowl, which is kind of a trend. Number 8, Al Atkinson. And I wanted to put him higher. Converted lineman. Didn't play linebacker until he got to the Jets. Decade here starting to Mike Backer. Another guy who peaked in 1968. Now we're going to get into some real talent here. Number 7, Jonathan Vilma. First round pick out of the U. He came in and just took control. He had some good years with the Saints, but I think possibly his best years were those first few years with the Jets. Led the entire NFL in tackles in 2005. Mangini came in, wanted to run the 3-4. Vilma was more of a 4-3 Mike Backer, so they traded into the Saints. 7's good for Vilma. Marvin Jones, 4th overall pick out of Florida State. This guy was good. You know, he was rock solid for a decade. Jets have a lot of guys who played linebacker for a decade. He's one of them. Football IQ. Off the charts. Never made a Pro Bowl, but definitely played at a Pro Bowl level. I got him at 6. All right, number 5, Lance Mell, outside backer out of Penn State. One of the smartest, most instinctive linebackers to ever play for the Jets. Was at the heart of the 1980s defense, and he was pretty damn good. 85 was his peak, second team All-Pro. 83, too, Defensive Player of the Year votes. He was in that New York Sack Exchange era. I had Clifton as high as 3, but number 4, Kyle Clifton out of TCU. Big dude, 6'4", 240. This guy played Mike Backer for 13 years. Truly sideline to sideline. Jets all-time leading tackler. Led the NFL in tackles 3 times. Fans really love this guy. I think people are going to want him higher. I got him at 4. Number 3, David Harris. That Rex Ryan middle linebacker. 6'2", 250. He was a thumper out of Michigan. Had a monster year here, 09, under Rex Ryan. Wasn't flashy, but he was always there. Only missed 5 games his entire career. That's incredible durability for a position that is predicated on collisions. He really never had a down year. Wrestled with having him at 2. And number 2, Mo Lewis. I mean, late 90s, Mo Lewis was a troublemaker, man. Lewis was a problem. One of the most complete defensive players that the franchise has ever produced. Look here in this 3-year peak. 98, 99, 2000. First team All-Pro. Highest peak for a Jet linebacker, I would say. His impact was really undeniable. At his peak, he was one of the best in football. Team captain. Played over 200 games. Mo Lewis, number 2. I don't think I'll have a lot of arguments here. All right, number 1. I got Larry Grantham. The heart and soul of that Jet defense that won the Super Bowl. I think he deserves number 1. Look at his size. 6 foot 210. But he was all over the field. I know this is AFL, but look at this, you know? First team All-Pro 5 years in a row. Starter for 13 years. Built like a strong safe, but he was one of the premier linebackers of the AFL. The leader of the defense that held the Colts to 7 points in Super Bowl III. I got Grantham at number 1. Let me know what y'all think. Grantham, Lewis, Harris, Clifton. I think Grantham with the Super Bowl in the 13 years is number 1, and then these 3 are interchangeable. Let me know what you think. Here's the metric. The metric really liked Mosley. I don't think he did enough. I know he was hurt. Greg Buttle. See, this one was different. See, me and the metric really didn't see eye to eye. I had Harris as low as 5, and I realized I was tripping. Jet fans, hardcore Jet fans, help me out. Tell me down below where I'm right, where I'm wrong. This is how I see it. I appreciate y'all.